Your 20s, they can be a wild decade of fun, right? But what if they could also be the very decade that sets you up for a lifetime of financial freedom? Well, today we're going to dive into an architect's blueprint inspired by millionaire Mark Tilbury. We're breaking down the 7 key purchases you can make to build a truly rock-solid financial future, starting right now.
And this quote right here, this is the core idea. Look, it's not about giving up fun, not at all. It's about realizing that the small choices you make today will have a huge compounding impact on your future. It's about playing the long game right from the get-go.
All right, so where do we even begin building this financial house? Well, you start with the foundation, of course. So part 1 of our blueprint is all about investing in the single most important asset you will ever have, you.
And the first purchase, the first real investment in yourself, is a side hustle. For Mark Tilbury, this wasn't just about making some extra cash on the side. It was literally his escape route from a dead-end job and a mountain of debt. The real power here is the control it gives you. Suddenly, your success is tied directly to how hard you work.
And his method was just brilliantly simple. He'd buy a cheap trading car, spend a weekend making it look amazing, and then sell it for a nice little profit. But step 4 is the absolute key here. He reinvested every single penny back into the hustle. That simple loop didn't just get him out of debt, it became the seed money for his entire business empire.
Okay, the next way to invest in yourself is through education. But listen, not all education is created equal. On one side, you've got timeless books like Think and Grow Rich or really high-value courses that teach you an actual skill. And on the other side, you've got those flashy get-rich-quick schemes. Tilbury specifically calls out the kid in front of a Lambo promising you the world. Let's be real, the only life he's changing is his own, by taking your money. The key is to put your time and cash into things that genuinely build your skill set. And investing in yourself goes way beyond just courses and books. Buying a plane ticket, for instance, isn't just a vacation. It's an investment in your perspective, in the people you meet. And just as important, you have to invest in your health. Tilbury learned the hard way that burnout is the absolute fastest way to kill your dreams. Think about it. Your health is the engine that powers everything else you do.
So now that the foundation is poured and solid, it's time to actually build the structure of our financial house. In part 2, we are going to put your money to work so it starts earning for you.
And the simplest, most powerful way to start doing that is with an index fund. Now, don't let the name scare you off. It's actually super simple. Just think of it like buying a tiny piece of a giant basket that holds stocks from hundreds of the biggest companies. So if one company has a bad day, all the others help balance it out. It's a way safer bet than trying to pick individual winning stocks. And this is where the real magic happens. It's called compound interest. Just look at this number. By investing just $200 a month into an S&P 500 index fund, starting when you're 20, you could have over $2 million by the time you retire. No, that is not a typo. That's the mind-blowing power of starting early and just letting your money grow on itself, decade after decade. Okay, so how do you protect all this growing wealth? Tilbury has this fantastic analogy. Your investments are like valuable golden eggs. And taxes? Well, taxes are like sneaky thieves who want to come and steal those eggs. A tax-advantaged account, like a Roth IRA or an ISA, is basically an impenetrable fortress around your nest egg, keeping those tax thieves out and letting your money grow completely tax-free.
All right, the next huge piece of our structure is real estate. It's a real, tangible asset that does 2 amazing things at once. It appreciates in value over time, and it can generate monthly cash flow. I mean, think about it. Tilbury's very first property jumped from $100,000 to over $500,000 in value, all while someone else was basically paying the mortgage. But I can hear you asking, how in the world am I supposed to afford property in my 20s? Well, there's a brilliant strategy for this called house hacking. Basically, you buy a property with a couple of rooms or units, you live in one, and you rent out the others. Your tenants are literally paying down your mortgage for you. You're building equity, essentially for free. It is an absolute game changer.
And finally, let's touch on a more modern asset, crypto. Now, while it's got some incredible growth potential, it is also incredibly volatile. So the biggest takeaway from Tilbury here is diversification. Sure, own a small percentage of Bitcoin or Ethereum, but please never, ever YOLO your life savings into one crazy asset. It's meant to be a calculated risk, not a lottery ticket. So you've built the foundation and you've put up the structure. This final part of the blueprint is all about the interior design, the daily choices and the mindset that protect your investments and really let them grow. Ha!
This quote just perfectly captures one of the biggest traps of your 20s, lifestyle inflation. Buying things just to impress other people is probably the fastest way to destroy your wealth. And Tilbury is totally open about it. He fell for it with his first expensive car, and it was a lesson he learned the hard way.
I mean, the choice is pretty stark when you lay it out like this. An expensive car is a depreciating asset. It's a money pit that just loses value like crazy. But a cheap, reliable car? It does the exact same job, but it frees up thousands of dollars. Money that Tilbury used to expand his actual business. It's not about being cheap, it's about being strategic with your capital.
Credit cards. It can be a terrible trap, or an incredibly powerful tool, and there's one golden rule that decides which it's going to be. You have to pay off the balance in full every single month. No exceptions. If you do that, you're not paying a dime in interest. Instead, you're building a fantastic credit score and earning rewards like free flights.
And when you bring all of these pieces together, investing in yourself, making your money work for you, and living smarter, you unleash the single most powerful force in all of finance, the compound effect. It's how all of your small, smart decisions slowly but surely build a financial house that can weather any storm.
Really, it all boils down to these core principles. Use your 20s to take smart, calculated risks, because time is your single greatest advantage. Always think long-term. Please ignore the get-rich-quick hype and focus on building real, lasting value, not just trying to look rich.
And that brings us to the end of our blueprint. Look, this isn't about doing everything at once. It's about just starting, taking that first step. So I'll leave you with this to think about. What is one choice, one purchase, one investment, or one decision that you can make this week that your future self will look back and thank you for?